Oh, the dreaded snow level, the bane of most gamers' existence. With the slippery ground made up of solid ice, this classic video game cliche was a much maligned mainstay of the 8 and 16-bit eras. But the new Switch game, Mission in Snowdriftland, not only embraces the frigid tundra, but it actually celebrates it. With a snowman named Chubby and a quest to save all your favorite retro gaming sprites. Is this the perfect game to play this time of year or what? Find out now when I review Mission in Snowdriftland by Tons of Bits. Times are tough for Chubby the Snowman. No matter how hard he tries, he never gets cast in a role that actually fits his specific talents. I mean, there was that time when an inexperienced level designer stuck him right behind a tree, and trust me, you don't even want to see what happened when he was cast in that desert stage. This is a guy who clearly needs a break, and as luck would have it, he gets one by being the right snowman at the right time. You see, the nefarious L. Pix has entered the archive room and stolen many historically significant artifacts. And to make matters worse, he's hidden them in the last place that anybody wants to go to. That's right, the dreaded snow level. But good news, because Chubby, he doesn't mind the freezing temperatures. He thrives in these conditions, making him the perfect hero for this extremely important job. Mission in Snowdriftland is a fairly straightforward side-scrolling platformer, the likes you would have seen in the early days of the Nintendo Entertainment System. Chubby jumps on bad guys, occasionally slides down hills, and, well, that's it. There are no weapons, no power-ups, no special abilities to learn. This is a game where a snowman jumps on penguins in order to save sprites that were stolen from other, more famous games. The adventure is spread out over 24 stages that take us through the icy lake, the forest, the mountains, and the dangerous caves. While the levels start out simple enough, they'll actually get pretty challenging as the stages introduce new obstacles and enemies. What makes the game tricky is that there are no checkpoints, so you better not run out of life or you're gonna start at the beginning of that stage. It's a nice reminder of a time when platforming games were supposed to ramp up the difficulty. While the game itself won't take you all that long to finish, there is plenty of incentive to go back through the stages. Or at least there will be. Currently, the main collectible in the Switch version of the game are the snowflakes. There are 24 of them in each level, some of which are hidden in some real out-of-the-way places. Eventually, in a future update, there are going to be hidden areas inserted into every stage, allowing you to pick up a glitch icon. These hidden areas are currently found in the PC version, but the Switch port is lagging behind a little bit. Yeah, that's disappointing, because hunting down these glitch icons really does add a lot to the game. Now, without the collectathon tasks, this really is a very simple and bare-bones game. Look, don't get me wrong, Chubby handles well, and the level designs are actually really well done, but at the same time, it often feels like the game is missing something. I don't know, it needed an extra ability or something that played into the snowman lore, like maybe rolling his body in the snow to make him bigger, or even using that carrot nose to stab penguins. Perhaps there could have been warmer levels that would have melted him down into a puddle, forcing him to have to rebuild himself. There really isn't anything like that in this game, and Chubby could have been swapped out with literally any other character without having to change any of his moves. I gotta say that I also found the game to be weirdly inconsistent at times. One example of this involves those penguins, one of the very first enemies that we're introduced to. These little guys are super easy to defeat because all you really have to do is jump on them. But watch out, because the bigger penguins will inexplicably hurt our hero if he tries to jump on them. But hang on, because the only way to defeat the even bigger penguin is, you guessed it, to jump on his head a bunch of times. Why on earth can I jump on the small and large version, but not the medium penguin? What sense does that make? Thankfully, the good outweighs the bad. The level designs are increasingly interesting, the enemies are constantly changing, and the bosses, while a bit on the easy side, are all on theme and fun to beat up. It also has a nice clean look that embraces the snow level conceit. The game knows that this is most people's least favorite retro game cliche, and I like how it makes the snow-covered terrain all its own. Mission in Snowdriftland isn't gonna win any awards for originality, but you know what? It's a well-made platformer with a festive holiday theme. Sometimes that's really all you need to have a good time. If you're looking for the perfect game to get you in that winter mood, then look no further than Mission in Snowdriftland, a cute throwback to the days when taking out bad guys meant jumping on their heads. With its chilly level designs and its tight gameplay, there's really a lot to like about this side-scrolling platformer. Unfortunately, it's not especially original, and some of the in-game logic is a bit inconsistent. There's also the matter of Chubby, an adorable mascot character that doesn't have any abilities or moves that would set him apart from any other platforming hero. Look, that probably won't annoy the target audience, who's gonna get their money's worth by simply collecting all the game's many items. If you're looking for a fun holiday platformer, then you can do a whole lot worse than Mission in Snowdriftland. Hey, thanks for watching my review. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post new reviews and features almost every day. Now, here's the question I have for you. What game reminds you the most of the holiday season? Let me see your picks in the comments below. In other news, we're going to be back on Christmas Day to unwrap a very special episode of Review Crew. I have a hunch you're going to love it. While you wait for that, I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.